So today we are talking about how to overcome imposter syndrome once and for all. And I know imposter syndrome is one of those things that strikes business owners of all levels at any time. So I've worked with people who are just starting out in business. I've worked with multimillionaires, and imposter syndrome strikes everybody at some point. And while she was obsessing with all of those things that she didn't like about her shoulders, she was missing out on all of the other stuff that was really great. You know, I don't know if that's happened to you.
Well, it's interesting you talk about this because there's so many different layers to what imposter syndrome is, and the idea that words won't change that. So you mentioned, what somebody else might say to somebody, but I get more focused on what I say to myself that I don't believe, right? It's
Interesting.
like, oh, I am a leader. I am a good leader. I am, a fantastic chocolatier or a marketer or whatever. And it's like, no, I don't believe, but you don't believe it inside, right? And it's like, everybody knows the word affirmations. Oh, just use some affirmations. It's like, oh, I'm wonderful and I'm beautiful and I'm this and that, but I'm a billionaire, whatever. And it's like, but then you're like, well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And it's like it's interesting, you and I come at this from a couple different angles, which is fantastic. And I think it's just really important how I've related to it because the way that I work with my clients is like I like to understand like, okay, why don't I believe this about myself? Why do I think that I'm a fraud? Where did this belief come from? How did I anchor that into the structure of my life,
Hmm.
because we all operate, we've talked about this before. We all operate on these programs, it's like once we integrate a habit, it's like, oh, we don't have to think about it anymore. We just do it,
Hmm.
but so even if we put in a bad program, that bad program is going to run automatically every single time.
Yeah.
And if I don't believe myself, if I don't believe in myself, there is a structure to that disbelief, and it's like, no, words won't change that. And so we just can't throw words at it. We can ask ourselves questions,
Hmm.
but just trying to convince ourselves, well, fake it till you make it. No, no, it's a faked belief never turns into a real belief.
No, and I learned this when I was helping people treat their pain, their physical pain. And when somebody's been in pain for decades, and every time they move,